Welcome! This is my review of the Gunpla Builders Beginning G Super Custom Zaku F2000. And I really love my Zakus. I really like the bulky, well-armed mobile suits, and this is a kit that really brings out all of those aspects for me. Now, the colors, as you can see here, are actually a two-tone purple. You've got the regular purple, and then you've got actually a lighter purple. So I really like that. Alright, so let's take a look at the accessories for this kit. You do get an extra hand. This is a trigger finger hand designed to hold one of the two machine guns that come with this kit. You do have two additional optional tops for the head, and on mine I chose to use the fin type, allowing you to insert the fin on the top of the head. That usually designates the fact that the mobile suit is a commander type mobile suit. You do get this shield, and I chose to put the sticker here on the shield. This is one of the two stickers that come with the kit. And as you can see, this shield is designed to be held in the hand and not pegged into the side of the arm. You get this nice machine gun. This is a clip right here. It does come off. This moves like so, and on the side you have a grip that comes out, as you can see. You also get this second machine gun. There are no moving parts on this particular machine gun. You get this heat hawk. And finally, last but certainly not least, you get this very long, tall heat hawk with a very nice pink energy beam at the tip, as you can see there. Using an adapter, you can plug in the heat hawk to the side skirt for storage, as you can see there. Using a similar adapter, you can store the larger heat hawk on the back of the model kit. So once you complete building the Super Custom Zaku F2000, you are left with 3 plates of parts. Here is the A plate, and you can see there's some parts left over on the A plate. Moving on, you do have some parts on the B plate. And finally, looking at the C plate, you can see additional parts there as well. And apparently what you can do is you can take apart this model kit and build the original Zaku 2. So on to articulation. Now, articulation of the head is virtually non-existent because you have these 2 missile pods on the side. So you really just barely can move the head. So looking at the base of the head, you will notice there is a tab here, and if you move the tab to the left or the right, the eye will follow that movement. So you do have movement for the mono eye, which is really cool, and it's a good thing you have that movement for the mono eye because you do not really have a lot of head articulation, like I said before. Moving on with shoulder articulation. If we take a look at the shoulders, you can see the shoulders can move forward like this and back, and you have this joint right here, which is kind of a cool, interesting joint. And the arm itself, you got motion like this, and the arm can go out just to about that far. If you move it farther out, the shoulder armor here is going to pop out of the polycap. So the shoulder armor itself is articulated independently from the actual shoulder. You do have rotation at the upper arm, a bend at the elbow, rotation at the wrist, and as far as upper body articulation goes, you have movement like that, and just ever so slightly like that from left to right. And the reason being is you have this hard piece of plastic right here on either side, which is the conduit which connects the front skirt all the way to the backpack. So there's a limited range of articulation for the upper torso. The side skirts themselves do move just to that degree. You can see they start to clash with the conduits right there, And this piece here is actually on a separate joint. It moves just a little bit like that and allows the leg to come out like that. The leg can go back just a little bit like that and swivel at the thigh, bend at the knee. Now the knee armor is pretty cool. It actually can move like so. And then moving on to the ankle articulation. Ankle is, you got movement like this, left to right, and you also have a separate joint at the lower foot, as you can see there. And as far as articulation on the other arm, you do have this missile pod, which is on a ball joint, so that's pretty cool. And if you move to the back, you can see there's this massive back skirt which really does not move at all. You've got these two arms here that are attached to the backpack via a peg. They can go up, down, to the side a little bit, and the hands themselves can rotate and go side to side like that. Now I know some people don't like the look of the hands coming out, or rather the arms and the hands coming out of the backpack. Well, all you got to do is just simply remove them if you don't like them. You can see here they're just attached via a peg and polycap. But I actually like them, so I'm going to be leaving them on my display. And the thrusters themselves are really nice. You got these two large thrusters which simply slot in. They do not move. And these smaller ones are on just very small ball joints. You do get sort of just a degree of articulation with these two smaller thrusters. And that is articulation for the Zaku F2000. So as we saw with the accessory portion of this review, you do get a lot of weaponry. But also on the kit itself there actually is very nice weaponry as well. It's not really removable, but it is there nonetheless. Starting with the left arm, you can see here you've got this nice machine gun right here. And on the right arm you have missile pods, one up here on the shoulder and one on the forearm. Really nice looking there. And you've got some missile pods here, 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 and here. And you have some grenades on the side of the side skirt here. So very, very well armed mobile suit. So with the extra set of arms coming from the back of the backpack, you do have one of three options. The first option, of course, is the option displayed right here. You can have the arms and hands holding the two extra weapons, the machine guns, obviously facing towards the back, which really creates a nice display in my opinion. And when you think about it as far as being a mobile suit in battle, it really makes sense to have firepower coming from the front as well as the back. Now as you can see here, there is a secondary option for these extra limbs. You can actually use the limbs to simply hold the weapons for storage, which actually works out pretty nice as well. Now the third and final option is to have the limbs rotated forward, so now you have both machine guns facing forward instead of backwards. And this is what I like to call the Zaku F2000's full burst mode. So what I've done here is I've placed the two machine gun handles in the secondary hands in the right side up orientation. Instead of being upside down, now they are right side up. Well, when you do that, you actually limit some of the movement of the secondary arms. And as you can see, you can really only place the weapons at an angle pointing towards the ground. It still looks pretty cool, but you can't get the weapons pointing straight on like you do if they were held in the hand upside down. Alright, so final thoughts on the Super Custom Zaku F2000. Well, I paid $23 for this kit, and it was on sale from $26, so it's about on the high end for high-grade 1 to 144 kits, so it's a little bit more expensive than some of the other high-grade kits, but you know what, I like it. I think it's well worth paying the extra money, and like I said before, I love the two-tone purple color scheme. I love the amount of accessories that you get, and the posability for being a bulky mobile suit is actually rather good. And I also like the fact that you have the additional arms coming out of the back, which is really cool. I think that's a cool design. Reminds me a lot of the CeraV Seraphim arrangement. And I think it's a great kit. If you like what you see, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Alright, well, this has been my review of the Super Custom Zaku F2000.